should be set up quite nicely to maybe cut off APG and the likes of ThunderTalk, who start to move in. Still plenty of distance between them, of course, but I do like the fact that Fireflux is set up as nicely as they are. Again, a team that needs a big break. This game needs to go their way. Only 3 more games left. They're at 29 total points. It's simply not going to be enough to make top 8 by the end of tomorrow's competition. Ida, Influence, Rage, kind of tempting each other a bit. Who wants to take the shots? Well, nobody just yet. We're still early going.
Yeah, they're not quite getting stuck in right now. I'm looking at the map as well, and I'm seeing Gamax, again, kind of floundering a little bit.
I don't think they know where they really want to go. They haven't made the play call.
They didn't commit to their north side rotate behind 4 Thrives, and to be fair, the circle did push back down south, so I'm not entirely against it. And in fact, Alter Ego making the same maneuver out on that southeast side, but a lot of teams have made that same decision now. On the north edge of Potato Hill, it seems to be getting a little bit hot now. You've got ThunderTalk, you've got Gamax, you've got Fireflux, and now Alter Ego joining in.
Yes.
It's gonna get dangerous.
It is, and ThunderTalk continue to spread out and go for this 2-2 split. Granted, they're still relatively close to each other, but there's a lot of variability in that strategy. Naturally, it can pay off quite well. It can also be your undoing, leaving you with just a duo. And while we do have a Gamax member who's going to be all by himself, is he's going to be a little bit further north, closer to where ThunderTalk is at. We look at DRX, and DRX is taking the northern side of zone, which is relatively dead at the moment. That's great news for them, actually, for the longevity. I would not want to be in the southern portion or even central at the moment. It's just a bit too congested. For DRX, they're going to hug the northern side and hope the zone shifts to them, and it doesn't.
Oh, wow. This big 2-2 split for Alpha on this circle shift is pretty huge, and I like Zyol and Doc getting into those vehicles nice and quickly. I think it's too bold to hold in this circle as they did. In the previous circle, having that South Rozhok Hill with a split down towards Mini Pachinki, where Top and Reefus were playing there on the south side, great. They have a lot of control, could slow things down, but now teams are going to start to crash into their locations.
And they are, and the bridge fight is underway. Yangon Galacticos, again, another team that is on their last 3 games at 48 points. They need a little bit more, and this is how you get the party started. Fighting up against Regnum Kara, who's been absolutely unstoppable. Loxy moving in. Now, Loxy has been the top, or was the top elimination leader for this roster just yesterday, and I expected to be the tip of the spear in this fight, but unfortunately, losing one of your teammates is going to hurt, but you still got 3 to work with.
Ooh, a nice little clip there from Rosemary to be able to find a player from ThunderTalk that rotate around on the south edge, not playing well there. Unfortunate for them, as Alpha actually keeping their players in towards Rozhok. Not only that, they're pushing in towards the south side of the urban environment there. Doc with a nade on the bounce, and finding another player from IDA, gets the shutdown, actually goes to Team Secret across the way, out on the east end of Rozhok. The fact that they've pushed Doc into Rozhok, it's very bold for my taste, and I thought they were going to go for a regroup, but no, they're maintaining this 2-2 split. I feel like this is going to get a little bit too hairy for their south point.
Yeah, I don't like the 2-2 split, I really don't. You know, luckily for Rias as well as Top, they're going to be just fine, but you look at Doc & Co, who's going to be up top, it's getting very congested in that area. They're going to have to fight tooth and nail. Luckily for them, they're doing just fine, but rotating back south to join their teammates, it's going to be even more difficult, especially when Gamax starts to move up. Influence, Raids, Fireflux, right, who are all within that vicinity. But hey, I've seen the 2-2 split pay off. I mean, you look at yesterday, Alpha 7, they love the 2-2 split. It pays off more than ever. They finished off in second place, just behind that of 4th Thrive, so you can be successful with it. But luckily, it looks like, at least from our perspective, Doc is going to rotate down, but they still got a solo of Zyol who's going to be up top, so hopefully he'll be able to rotate down. But in the meantime, we do have Gamax, Alter Egos, and an engagement.
Gamax have been holding them out for a little bit. Alter Ego finally find the opening towards that plateau that we saw be so pivotal on that vision situation in the last match. The same story seems to be unfolding here. Unfortunately, Alter Ego looking to keep that crunch going, get a little bit too bold towards that plateau for Gamax. They lose a player, and this is a great position to just slow down, to stall this fight out for Alter Ego. They were taking quite a lot of damage from the blue zone. They needed to heal up before going for the next leg of this rotation, but now they feel nice and healthy, and they're on the road again. A crossfire potential coming on through, but Alter Ego look to hop out and go for the challenge. They've isolated another player from Gamax, and they're just leaving players behind. They're bleeding out, and they're on 2 now. It's not looking good. This is, again, going on. Confusion hits the roster, and they scatter. It's just not gone well for Gamax there on the south side, and they have not found their feet here. Hopefully, Intense Game can maybe do a little bit better, but they do have to push further forwards.
Yep.
They should be in with a couple of opportunities to do so, however. With this hard south shift, it goes back on in. The 2-2 split, as we hop back over to talking about Alpha Gaming,
sure.
that 2-2 split did regroup now fully down to the south side. They didn't hold it, but it's, well, as it turns out, for too long here, and they will happily have 4 players on a really important compound.
Does Vision fire some shots? Does it have an effect? Well, they at least will show their hand. DRX forced to go into the blue zone. They'll be just fine, at least a little bit skirt around, but where do they crash into? 4 Thrives? You got Influence, Rage, R8. Their route into the safe zone could be perilous, and in fact, it looks like they're going straight into 4 Thrives. This is going to be a tremendous fight, and you can argue both of these rosters need this because they're on their last 3 games, and already DRX taking themselves down.
Hyunbin goes down first, losing a player early for the South Koreans on the approach, and a second as well. This is a really well-handled push coming through from 4 Thrives on the defense. They were all there, all ready and waiting. Big nades, big call-outs. That's exactly what you need to have, and it leaves DRX floundering. They only have 1 player left standing, and Sizzy will have to send away now. But he doesn't have anywhere to go. He's just going to have to hide.
Yeah, and this is obviously dire straits for 4 Thrives. No reason to overcommit and challenge Sizzy over in the other building. But 4 Thrives played that well. I think for DRX, they got a little bit too caught up onto the top side of the river. Once they crossed the bridge, they had Vision shooting at them. For them, they just kind of went a little bit haywire. They had to crash into hard cover. That's exactly what they did at 4 Thrives. Unfortunately for DRX, we're already set up from one fight to another. Vision, we get on board with them, of course, with Team Secret trying to take them on.
Ooh, a nice early nade up through to the high ground. Vision seemingly having a little bit of a game on their hands against Team Secret, and it's only 1 player on the outside. A lovely hop across with a pump action. Finds Never Alone. The experience now set aside. Volt needs to try and charge something up here, but not quite gonna get tagged by that nade on the cross. Volt pops down and goes for the Bison wrap around there, but in the meantime, there's the flush coming on through.
Jaiki's playing this very, very well. Sliver of health, however, can he live? Can he have an opportunity to get a med kit? Not the case. He gets naded down, and that's going to put the pressure now on the remaining members of Team Secret, who are just going for the cleanups. Jaiki can absolutely be res, but Marcelo says, no, not today. Vision with 2. How much work can they put in? Well, seems like they might dip away from this. Team Secret arguably walk away with the better end of the stick. They get the most damage done, and Vision actually isn't over with. I thought they were going to get out of here, but they feel like they can't, and the pressure is really on. Their ticking damage now into the smoke, and Team Vision might be able to get the cleanup once they rotate out, but if not them, Kenotrope also taking shots.
They have a little bit of time to play with here, with that small bit of terrain cover, but Marcelo going down leaves Volt really without too much of a hope here, and hope maybe he can find something, but you're right, these crossfires, these angles make it near impossible to get out of this scenario for them. They're going to have a tough time on their hands, but every other team in Roshok also has to lead.
That's right.
They have to go. The question is when. Does a team like Kenotrope stick around, try and pick up these elims, or do they try and move further south as the circle moves away?
Everybody's trying to hug their hard cover POIs as long as they possibly can. That's Fireflux, DRX, 4 Thrives. They've got to transfer in. Kenotrope, right? We also have, of course, Ragnum Karai, who have to rotate down. You've got, of course, Team Secret, Vision, who all have to rotate over. I can't believe it. Marcelo still manages to pick up some of the players from Team Secret. I feel like that's a massive oversight. This should not be happening. Team Secret should have been staying alive, but granted, Kenotrope had them in their line of sights because they were in the forward position. Kenotrope walking out of this with potentially 3-4 eliminations.
A couple of important things have happened during these last few minutes as well. First of all, obviously that engagement on the north side, Marcelo opened the window. Volt is now a solo for Vision in the center of the map. Second, Alpha pushed across the road to the south. They didn't need to, but they took down the majority of RA, and now we've got a fight on the north side. It is Intense Game versus Regnum Kaya, and it looks like Intense Game have a chance, but Silas is on the warpath. Pump action out wide, doesn't connect. It looked like it might have been on target, but no, it sails wide, and he will not find any retribution. Regnum Kaya fall to 1.
There it is, a tense game showing up and showing out. This is the time they start to come alive. Granted, only 3 eliminations, but plenty more they're going to be able to get. Plus, they should come out of this 4 strong, and unfortunately they don't. I thought they were going to be able to get the res, but just falls a little bit too short. But still, with 3 members, I fully believe a tense game is going to be just fine.
4 Thrives just sent into the north side of the compound that Alpha currently occupy. The fact that Alpha pushed down south and now fully wiped out R8, it's great. It covers their back. It may provide an opening for teams like Alter Ego to flank in towards there, but they had their players towards the south because of that push, and 4 Thrives did not have to contend with the massive volley of fire that they may have done if Alpha stood on that north side. And actually, Alpha getting lit up, Doc's too far out wide, and Influence Rage is still alive with 1 player.
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
Team match. Let's go.
Blue team has scored for the first time! Cover me! Reloading! No mercy! Cover me! Reloading! Cover me!
उधर देख
Blue team is in the lead. Killing spree for the blue team.
बिना इंटरनेट से क्या
Fire! Reloading! Marked a location. Target down! Reloading!
और
Cover me! Free for the blue team!
और यहाँ पे बने
The red team
उधर
doesn't have
देख!
a lot of time left.
Great. You're about to win.
उधर देख
Enemy down! Blue team is unstoppable!
Blue team victory.
अबे हटो बे।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
What is this?
मारेगा बहुत क्या मारेगा तो
Team match. Let's go.
बहुत पूरा मारेगा तो मजाक नहीं करता ये बहुत पहले का अपन कहाँ जा रहे हो अभी हमने
Scored for the first time.
आगे खतरा है.
कभी खेला नहीं है ना कभी भी ये वाला गेम नहीं खेला गेम खेला
Cover me.
ये 2 सीजन पहले का
Watch out! Watch out!
कहाँ से मार रहे रे भाई
आगे खतरा है.
Watch out!
तो खत्म कर दिया उसको
Watch out!
Nice shot! Reloading! Killing spree for the blue team!
Help!
Blue team is unstoppable!
आगे खतरा है
Reloading! Target down! Cover me!
Watch out! Help! Watch out!
Killing spree for the blue team! The blue team is in the lead.
Watch out! Watch out!
Reloading! Reloading! Cover me!
आगे खतरा है
Nice shot! Reloading! Down! Nice shot! Cover me!
Help!
Reloading! Killing spree for the
उधर
red
देख
team! The blue team is about to win!
Great, you're about to win.
अरे ये क्या हुआ था
Watch out! Watch out!
Blue team victory.
हाँ कोई नहीं
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
Team match, let's go.
Blue team has scored for the first time! Cover me! Reloading! Blue team is unstoppable! Watch out!
Oh, क्या ये क्या
Cover me!
अरे यार ये क्या कर रहा है?
Target down! Cover me! Killing spree for the blue team! Reloading!
तो
Cover me! Reloading!
अरे यार क्या ये कैसा हाल
Cover me! Reloading! Cover me!
अरे यार ये देखो कवर में आके मर जा रहा हूँ क्या करेगा यार
Reloading! Cover me! Reloading! The red team is about to
लगा।
win!
Be careful. You're losing the game.
चलो
Half
हार
of the match is over, and the red team is in the lead. The blue team is unstoppable!
Victory.
Just one.
Diego was there, and he was able to extract his pound of flesh.
All right, on board with Thunder tomorrow to play, but already 4 games have well. Question is, can they do it? We have a zone shift, and well, for a couple of the rosters, including R8, you got Thunder, of course, looking quite well. Team Secret, Gamex still chilling at where they currently are. You got Alter Ego, the winners, and the amazing pushers from the last game still chilling up on the northern side. Meanwhile, the 4 Thrives, APG, DRX, some scary names that are going to be rotating into a tightly contested area.
You're going to hope that they can make it in unscathed, but it's a difficult and treacherous path out to the east of El Pozo. DRX currently moving up on that western side. They're going for a wide sweep here as one board behind Hyunbin on the road. We'll see if they can get on further. Regnum Kaya, they've managed to earn a point so far this match. Any point beyond 80 that they get is looking to be gravy right now. They should be happy with their position as well in this zone. They should be okay with this spot. Currently a little bit leaning towards